But certainly there's no point in us putting into the local plan any big issues that would be compatible with, of course, the local plan, because that it won't matter, because it won't be there. It's a very interesting time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So much to say.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't want to go against what Peter said, but basically, that's the planning as far as I know. You've all had copies of the slides. That is the planning schedule as I see it. If you want to entertain yourself, the Brighton suggestions were quite ridiculous.
Brighton is quite ridiculous. Brighton is run by crazy people. It is really
well,
not.
I think they proved their position. With those, oh, we'll have 5 authorities.
Yeah, and they'll be one of them.
Yeah, right, okay.
They're quite distinct.
Right. Sidlesham Moor Recreation Ground.
Crazy.
Business accounts update. No. Have I got the wrong version? Have I got the wrong version again?
No, sorry, you're right, I'm wrong. I'm going too far. Of course, that Don's not here. So.
Memorial Recreation Ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
Careers and
Carry on, sorry.
Right.
To be declared.
What? Well,
Mr.
at the moment, Norman, who normally would give a presentation here, is not with us because he's doing the bar at the Skittles evening.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately, Bill Martin didn't look at the timetable, didn't consult, and the Skittles evening, which would be great fun, and I hope that maybe the Parish Council will have a team next time round.
I don't think we won't be here either.
Pardon?
I think we won't be here either.
No, he will definitely make an effort not to have it to coincide with the various meetings. Right, okay. I think the accounts have been circulated. At the moment, income is a little bit weak because of the income from football being very much hampered by this awful weather. I don't think I've got anything more to say, but we'll go on to publicity somewhere down here, I think. Status.
Before we do, I did see something from Bill Martin to the clerk, reference communications, etc.
That's about the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. No. There's a since the demise of the spread.
Yes.
There's a hole.
Yes.
We need to discuss among ourselves how we fill it.
Okay.
Okay. Have I got an 8.2? Have I? No, I've got an 8.2. I won't. Right. Okay. Apparently, I've got the wrong agenda. The Ferry Farm grant application. I spoke to Nick, who put in the application on our behalf and who was a member of the panel. Nick was not sounding very well, very poorly. He did say this, he hasn't any news about whether the grant has been successful. I think you're aware we put in a grant for a heating system in the hall.
Yeah.
Keep your fingers crossed that we get some money. Go on, do you want to say it?
No, it was going to be for the hall, but that worked out too expensive, so it was agreed that we applied for the heaters for the clubhouse and the annex. And that's what the application will be for, rather than the hall, which was going to be too expensive and knew that we would not get it. Okay. So
I think it's about £10,000 we've got. I don't think we'll get. But as the structure of the grants is different between Chelsea and Sidlesham, we might get a reasonable starter pack, as I would call it, to start heating that place more efficiently. Okay. Watch this space. Hopefully we'll have some news, hopefully positive, at the next meeting. On 8.3?
No.
We're on 9.
Which we've done.
9 flooding issues. I think we've got rid of that.
Chair, may I just ask on 9, could we just create an action, as you say, to request, whether it goes to West Sussex County Council or somewhere else, whoever the lead authority is, because I didn't get from Peter who exactly is leading flood investigations, and it might be we'll have to look it up a bit more online, but can we request a Section 19 investigation in Sidlesham?
I think it makes sense, yeah.
That's what would be expected from the residents. So I mean, we know it's not going to happen this week, but certainly before next winter comes, that needs to be done, so we know where the problems are and who owns what.
I think we could set the wheels in motion on that, because they
Yes, we
obviously realise that we're not happy here
Yes.
for all the problems we've had.
Yeah.
And I do admit they've got, WSCC have got lots of problems elsewhere, and some of them are worse than here.
Yes.
And I think it must be the EA.
Pardon?
It must be the Environment Agency for us, surely, because it's...
We need to know, we need to
Yeah,
know
we need to.
what the structure is.
Yeah.
There's this, whatever it is that they've got, of who is responsible for what. And that was a good question. And I think we need to know and keep pushing on that.
And I think these guys need an emergency number. Because if it starts again, these guys need an emergency number to the EA or whoever it is. That if it's starting to back up, or if you've already got that.
I think James
You've already got that one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where my query about where does the right start in Highland. I mean, if you think about the Thames, obviously it starts somewhere, but before it becomes
It
a
springs
river.
up somewhere, but I just don't know where it is.
So where does the Highland Life become a responsibility of
Well,
the Environment Agency?
all that you can
I
see
think,
of it
I
is
think
the
that's something we
responsibility.
can just ask the Environment Agency. I think they are, because they are the
They should know.
They are the people that should know,
Yeah, sure.
and they should tell
Give
us.
me a map so we can
That's
speak to
right.
our residents and sort it out. Give us a map of what's your responsibility.
Because
And if they don't know, that's a different problem.
There's also one, of course, down on that side, going into the harbour.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
need to know, and it's a big entrance, I've said
Well,
that as a rifle.
The lady that's coming to the parish meeting, she deals with all that. So hopefully we've had it cleared by now. But I think you've got to say the rights and all the rest of it are EA. The structure, the roadworks, the culverts and all the rest of it, apart from the repairing culverts, are the responsibility of the West Midlands County Council. I think that's what
If
it
they're
is.
public.
Pardon?
If they're public, that's the problem.
If they're public, yes.
And I think that's the concern around Bremere. One of Bremere is that if that was put in as part of the development and part of
It was
that
put in
bill.
as part of the development, definitely.
So the question then sits, and looking back perhaps at the planning application, which should be online, one assumes, do they go back that far to 2003?
They will. Well, I think it's a bit better than 3.
So if we can get those, then it should be able to tell you whose responsibility it will be, because it should be a planning condition as to who's going to take responsibility. Now, whether that is Bremere management or whether it became highways, I don't know.
Don't know. I mean, when you've got a road, it's often adopted by the local authority. Maybe, if it adopted the bulk of it, I don't know.
Go on, Peter.
Sidlesham Rife, specifically the Keenor and Bremere Rifes, originated as natural watercourses,
Yes.
later adapted and managed as crucial land drainage ditches connecting to Pagham Harbour in West Sussex. These channels drain the fertile, flat agricultural land around Sidlesham, with the area historically utilised for farming and, in the 1930s, for the Land Settlement Association small holdings. Okay, and Rife is defined as a local Sussex term for a drainage channel or stream that flows into the sea or a tidal harbour like Pagham.
Yeah.
Then
Isn't
goes
that
through
what convention
purpose, historical
together?
significance and management. Management, modern management of these areas, such as the Sidlesham Ferry Pool, we know what that is, involves maintaining these watercourses to support both agriculture and, increasingly, for conservation, wetland management, and to create habitats.
Yeah,
for
and the
wildlife.
ferry pool is run by RSPB.
So it doesn't define,
No.
other than the broad agricultural land, as a source of the Rife. And if you saw it coming across the field, across the road, you'd know exactly
Well,
what
I
that
mean,
And that's normal.
Without spending too much time on this, you've got to ask the question, when does a ditch become a rife, sort of thing.
Yes.
When it appears to be a watercourse, I would imagine.
It's a watercourse.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, fine.
Okay.
But we need to find out from WSCC who is in this flood form
Shows the map, yeah.
and
Yes.
whose responsibility is what.
It's the culvert though, it's not...
Okay, right,
It's the
let's
culvert.
move on. Where are we up to?
Here.
Oh, your revised one. Right, yes, number 10 is newsletters.
Right.
Right, we've lost the spread.
Is it closed down?
Yes.
End of?
End of. End
Okay.
of.
Right.
Now, we've just got the Parish Magazine, which has, as I said, a relatively limited circulation, and it's also people pay for it. Albeit not a lot of money, it's about £7 a year or something.
£7 a year.
I was right. I paid it to Karina, by the way. I do know.
I paid my tomatos, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But how do we get people to know what's happening in the village? Even things like flooding, for example. What's happening? Who's doing what? I think my view will be, should we, as Parish Council or the SCA, produce a newsletter that we can, a very simple newsletter that we can either piggyback on an existing publication like the Parish Magazine, or piggyback on the distribution that we had with
Or simply pay for it. Virgin does a very nice newsletter. It's just one folded piece, but on Dutch round paper. I think probably twice a year, and I imagine the Parish Council just pays for it. You will have to just pay for it.
I think in this
And
day
it was-
and age, we go electronic, we go social
Well, I
media.
think,
It
yeah,
doesn't get to everybody though.
Yeah, it's probably a lot larger and it's a lot cheaper than producing it.
It
hang
would
on,
be, but I
hang
don't know
on,
if it's
you're right.
sufficient coverage.
Well, I don't think in Sidlesham, a lot of the residents here prefer to have something
Yeah.
in.
I think they're doing nice
In
to
writing.
have, but are we willing to start paying
Yeah.
producing and doing
I think you should do both.
Can we, for instance, we produce our own website for the Sidlesham Parish Council? Can we identify how many hits we have on our website every month, week, day, year?
I have,
On one hand, can you
I
tell?
don't know at the moment. I can find out.
We,
What I'm suggesting is that putting it on a website or electronic means is not as good as
as a newsletter
in your hand newsletter.
that's delivered through your door.
Yeah.
Preferably. I agree.
It depends if the volunteers are willing to continue to do
No,
it.
no, I'm not thinking of the volunteers at all. That's not fair to the volunteers. I'm thinking the Parish Council pays for the distribution of
That's
it.
£500 a month.
Not a monthly newsletter I'm not talking about.
But if we want-
3 monthlies, probably sufficient.
If we want to update people,
Well,
the,
I don't think we can solve the problem tonight.
No, but it's a nice one to talk
But I
about.
think we've got to start doing something about it so people know what's going on in the village. I think it has to be at least monthly.
You do, okay.
And otherwise, events, like what's happening next week, where you might go to it.
I thought you were thinking more of significant things that don't happen every month.
We can do that as well.
I haven't thought about it, you know.
All right, yeah,
Is your website address writ large on the parish council boards? Where you
yes.
put out its paper?
It is, although I have to be honest, they probably do need to be redone because with this wet weather, unfortunately, some of them have been water damaged. So I do need to go around and read, but it is on, it was on the notice boards. But I do need to update or revamp some of them because they've been water damaged and some of them have lost.
I think when you talk about the parish magazine, it's not the parish magazine, it's the parishioner, it's the church magazine.
It's church magazine.
Yeah, and therefore a lot of other things don't get mentioned in that because it is church-based.
No, we've started to send more
Yes,
information to the parish,
Yeah.
to the church
But they
magazine.
don't have a duty to.
No, I've spoken to Vicar, he's happy to put an insert in for his distribution, if we want to do it. That's one option. I do think we have to cover all the various media that are used these days for communication. And I think for this village particularly, a bit of paper is probably more useful than.
And once the SCA get up and running again properly, perhaps they'll have somebody that can join this scheme. And we could put,
Yeah.
how are we going to advertise the clothing department down there? How are we going to advertise the...
Well, we did the clothing bank last month in the church magazine and in the last issue of the spread.
Right.
And apparently the clothing bank is doing very well.
Good.
But all that sort of thing, people need to know.
Yeah.
And they won't always look, yes, some people will look at on their phones, some people will look at the website. But I still think, can we put that back to the next meeting? Come up with ideas, what the best solution is? Anybody? Yes?
So just a question, do you know what the delta is between those who subscribe and the number of homes in the village? Because you don't
We
really
don't
know
have
the
any
size of the
homes around,
problem,
we
do
don't know
you?
how many people.
About 800 homes, aren't
No, 585.
600.
Yeah, 600.
I mean,
600.
basically, the point of my question, not no time to debate it now, is, you know, is it really a big problem? Is it 20% of the parishioners are not getting it? And therefore, what will the cost be to just expand the current
Parishioner
good
magazine.
newsletter to the whole of the parish? And then
Ought to be discussed, I think, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it needs to be discussed. I'm just throwing it out that there is a hole, and people are not being advised of what's going on where, and being kept in the picture. We are, from the parish council point of view, we did start to put something in the church magazine and the spread, and then the spread folded, which left us with this hole. So I think we need to cover it either by social media, website, or whatever.
And maybe also find out the differential between the circulation of the parish magazine and the former circulation of the former spread.
The spread was about 300, I believe.
Only 300? Oh,
But you'll have duplication as well, so.
Yeah.
But they did email as well. So you didn't have
Yeah.
to print that email.
I'm sorry, there was,
They did email it out as well.
As well as.
but only to 300 people.
Yeah, if that was
So what does the
included,
parish mag do then?
I couldn't tell you offhand, but it's nothing, it would be as large as that.
No, really.
No, we need to
We need to
ground
get all this
these things.
information together and have
Yeah,
another conversation
that's
about
I
it.
mean, my wife will be able to tell you exactly how many magazines go out because she organises that part of it. And she does the delivery.
Okay, right, can we think on that? What's the next subject?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Business forum.
No, Mary.
No, Mary.
Yourself, Mary, have been talking, we've done the letter, I think the letter's going to go out any time, isn't it?
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's, I mean, but we didn't want to send it too early because otherwise it gets forgotten about, so then it never was made on response.
The date is still the 12th, 12th of March. Okay. For those who are not familiar, the idea is to invite businesses to meet at the SMRG, the Sidlesham Community Hub, to exchange ideas, contacts, and then see what we as a council can do. Is that right, Lewis?
Yeah, exactly.
More or less.
Just, I think the first meeting will be more of a questions thing, to see
Get to
what
know each other.
what we can do for local businesses.
You'd be amazed how many local businesses there are in
More than I
in
thought,
Sidlesham.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that list.
Yeah.
One of Alison.
Okay, right.
And Mary said she's quite happy to do Newell's.
Sidlesham Quay. We've had a complaint from the parishioner about the state of Sidlesham Quay. Nick did some very good work and discovered that we are responsible for the maintenance of Sidlesham Quay, apparently.
And I don't agree with that, do
The
we?
cost of what he's talking about is beyond our means. I think it's fair to say. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. It's the harbour wall within the flood area of the harbour
Yeah.
that he's talking about, not outside the flood area. It's what comes up at each tide. So if you look at the Bonds house, for instance, it's that wall there that
Yeah.
runs along the side of the road. There are holes where bricks have fallen out the top. It would be a horrendous job to put right and be well beyond our capabilities. As I said to Trish, the answer is you wait for the road to fall in and then the West Sussex coming.
I mean, certainly we're responsible for the grassing area and for the benches.
We do.
And we know that. And I think as far as restoring or maintaining the effectively ancient wall that was there when it was the harbour, it's not.
I agree. I don't think that's in our
Then there's
remit.
the stone on the corner.
Yeah,
We can look after that.
Yeah.
And we always have done, in fact.
it's been cementing back on again.
It's the only bit of the foundation of the mill, I think, that's still standing, as it were.
It's not at the moment.
You know the bit I'm talking about? You're looking very doubtful.
I am looking very doubtful,
Right,
yes.
so you...
It's just
you-
before you take the bend onto the
It's a sharp bend that you've left the pub, gone up the side of the harbour, On that corner there,
Yeah.
there's a stone in the corner there.
I don't know if it was